said say something, and you said something.
Yeah. I sometimes have to take, I sometimes jokingly take things too literally, and then I sometimes, to my own detriment, take things too literally.
That's all right. I got it. I thought it was good.
Say anything, something. Say hello. Anyway, sounds good, Aaron.
Yeah, I'll tell you about all the things that are wrong with the world and all the problems that we can fix and all the other fun things. But that's okay.
Well, the first thing we do is start with Sacramento, then we go to L.A. to the mayor, and then we go to their head of the what do you call it, of the fire department there that they just moved her someplace, and work our way down to Adams Shift, and then where you want to go.
Yeah, I don't think we have enough time to fix all those people's problems.
All we need is about a 9.5 earthquake on the San Andreas. It'll fix a lot of them.
Oh, roger that.
I've been in one that strong, by the way.
Yeah, I was in San Francisco when they had the Napa earthquake, 6, 7, 8 years ago or whatever. And of course that one happened at like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I'm in San Francisco, and I go, great. The 1 week I'm here, there's an earthquake, and then when I saw that it was in Napa, I was like, okay, well, at least I know there's going to be water in the morning.
No, I was in a serious earthquake, Kodiak Island, 1964.
Oh man, you got to ride that one out?
Yep, I was taking care of the TV station at the time for the Navy. I got transferred from working on the tower radar equipment, what have you, and they asked if I'd take care of the TV station, the radio station. For my last year I was in, I said, yeah, learned something new, and the radio station, the water went clean over the top of the building, and the TV station was sitting out in the mountains, so I didn't have any problems. The only problem is there's no water and no electricity.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, because isn't that one of the that's one of the higher, recorded earthquakes of all time.
Yeah, the division officer farmed me off to take care of the radios for the county. The guys at the county. Nothing to do with the Navy, but for good relations, I'd go down there. He'd go over there and go tune their transmitter up for him. So I knew this gentleman's name was Bill Troyer, and he said it went off his graph when the building was flipped over. That had the geological survey thing in it. I guess it was a van or something. He said it went off the graph at 9.7.
Oh, I bet.
It was a pretty good shaker. There was cars floating around in the bay at night with their headlights on. It looked like Jules Verne submarine out in the middle of the bay.
Oh man, that's a crazy story. Yeah, I think being woken up by the Napa earthquake can't really pale in comparison to that. Okay, Mike, what's your earthquake story?
The only one I ever lived through was on TV, and what was it, '88, when I was watching the Giants and A's in the World Series.
Oh, Roger. Yeah, I was 1 year old when that happened.
Yeah, I was home watching it in Fresno, but it was still bad to see.
Yeah, I remember that Park Ridge one that they had in like '93, '94. I remember seeing that one on TV, but I was 4 or 5 years old when that one happened.
Roger. Well, the only other one that I felt locally, what was it, Kalinga?
Yeah, Roger, that one in Kalinga was a pretty good shaker.
Yeah, I felt the second one that they had in Ridgecrest a couple years ago. I just happened to be looking at my fish tank when that one went off. I could see the water sloshing.
You know it's bad though, and the fish tank is thrown off onto the floor.
Yeah, fortunately it wasn't that full at the time, so all the water stayed inside.
No, I mean the whole tank and the table and everything goes over.
Yeah, I don't want that to happen.
Good evening.
Hello, Mikey, AA6S 800.
Hey, gotcha, 800.
K6USY 1079 and Bozo 1100.
WA6AAJ 727.
Also check in Ralph.
And that's it. It's just been the three of us just sitting here keeping the frequencies warm.
Okay. I got them all checked in. So, Mike, how are you doing tonight? Haven't heard from you for a few days here.
Well, I was on last night.
Oh, you must have been on so fast I didn't hear you.
No, I checked in and everything. I know I was on. I'm assuming, well, maybe you didn't get me. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I guess you were talking about 6 meters. Yeah. I didn't hear you on 222. I know you don't have that gear anymore.
That's okay. At least I get on Monday night.
Yes, at least. No, I guess, yeah, I think we got you on the list. I just didn't talk to you because I think you checked in with Ken before I got there, and I missed a conversation with a few people there. But we didn't hear you on 222 because you don't have that stuff.
Roger that.
And thank you for getting Ralph. When did you pick up Ralph, and on what frequency, Bill?
090, 090.
And what time?
Was about 20 after 7, Mike.
Oh, okay, because I could try to get there. Sometimes I can get out here by that time. I was waiting for dinner, but it didn't materialize quite as quick as I wanted. So I'll eat it when I get done here. But I was waiting for that to happen. Anyway, no worries. I'm glad Ralph's still kicking.
Oh yeah, he was talking to somebody in San Diego, and I didn't hear a thing from the guy in San Diego.
Oh, who was that? Has he been working any of the XEs, XE2? X-Ray Charlie or whatever his call is down there?
KM6SRR.
Don't know. He didn't say anything, Mikey. And good evening there, Rob, KM6SRR, AA6S.
Thank you, Bill. Mike doesn't want to acknowledge me just like last night, but that's okay. 1200 is here also. We're going to go eat dinner.
Good evening, Rob. And let's see, we got Rob and Candace in here. Bill, we got AAJ, we got Aaron and I want to say Beatrice. Why do I want to say Beatrice? Anyway, good evening, Eric. Brittany, yes.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. I took a vacation day because I had to go to the dentist this morning, and I just figured I'd take the whole day off. So thanks for paying your taxes and for the day off. K6USY.
Well, that's a good excuse. Sure, why not? And you needed it anyway, after all. Field day replacement and repair and update and putting everything back together and all that. Not to mention doing a little work in the meantime there. Anyway, good evening. And I don't know who else we have. We might get Bill and Mike to turn over toward the Atascadero at your earliest convenience and see if we can drag Ron out. I think he should be there tonight.
Okay, I'm rotating towards him right now.
Yeah, okay. Well, leave the power up until you get him.
Speaking of Aaron us paying taxes, I was in the doctor's office today and got a first-hand look at Medicaid in action.
How did you do that?
Just without being cruel, just people that are on it that probably shouldn't be, and no issues.
Oh, yeah. You mean the fact that Medicaid is getting to be more efficient and we're getting rid of the people that are on it that don't work and come in from other countries without authorization. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up.
Well, you know, it's the way it is with the new government. These government people are really mean.
Turn the power down. Oh, you must not be pointed at me. You're not as strong as you know.
Well, it was in Remington's office, too, by the way.
6QUI, A6S, over.
Sounds like Ron is in there.
Yes.
Mikey was talking, and also AHA and maybe somebody else. Yeah, it was Mikey or AHA you were hearing. Anyway, got a good signal. Yeah, 5 degrees on this band is like a flashlight, isn't it? Be like one of those searchlights trying to find a B-17 bomber over Germany. And every time I listen on 40 meters, it sounds like the band's dead. No, I said every time I get on 40 meters, it sounds like it's dead.
It is for locals. Mike, are you hearing Ron?
I'm still pointing at you. I didn't point. I just thought I'd let Bill take it. Bill's stepping on me anyway.
Well, you just got to run more power and just step right back on him.
Yeah.
SLR, are you in here, Rob? Yeah, Rob.
But he said he was going to dinner.
Oh, he said he went to go to dinner. Yeah, I was thinking that maybe he could hear Ron down there sometimes.
Yeah, Roger. Let me see if Mike is on here. WA6AJ. You pointed towards Ron, Mike, A6S, over.
No, I'm not.
You want to give him a call?
Well, let me point around. Give me 30 seconds or so.
Okay, Mike. AJ is going to point his antenna towards you, Ron, and so go back
Yep, Jimmy 10 watts is coming in S9. You're doing good there, Ron. That's right, and I won't be working it because I don't have one of those antennas. Over. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's coming in good. I'm not pointed at the usual 210. I'm actually almost just on the west side of south. So I'm actually a little bit off of where I normally point at you. So you see you're coming in strong at that time. Yeah, I got the amp like Bill does. Okay, well, it's doing fine. It's working. So sometimes you need the power, sometimes you don't. It's just, you know, it works good. So can't complain.
Let Aaron give him a call.
My antenna's not pointed that direction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my antenna's pointed at you, and Ron's in completely the other direction.
And see you next week or the week after when you get back on 1296. See if it's a sweet spot, and see if it stays the same. Over. Okay, very good. I'll give it a test in a couple of weeks. Very good. W6QUI, WA6AJ. I'll say 73, Ron. You too.
Okay, I'm going to point over towards Santa Cruz there. Okay. I'm pointed toward KW6S. KW6 Sugar, KW6S in Santa Cruz. I wonder if you copy K6MYC. We also got Alpha 6 WA6A on frequency, and we also have AA6S. So hopefully you'll be there, Tom. KW6 Sugar, KW6S, Santa Cruz, K6MYC, Bozo Net, 1296.
6MYC, KW6S. Yeah, I've got a different heading on you here, and I'm getting you fairly well. KW6S, 610.
Yeah, I got your 610. I had you right at 270 something, but you're not real strong, but plenty strong enough. But you might turn down and give a call to WA6AAJ and Alpha 6 Sugar. They just worked Ron down there in the Tuscadero, so they probably want to have a quick word with you, Tom. KW6 Sugar 610, K6MYC, over.
Very good, Mike. Yeah, I'm actually pointed down that way already, or pretty close to it, which is kind of surprising that Mountain Peak for you, it must be kind of a side or something. Yeah, I'm getting you okay, but not real strong. AA6S, AA6S, KW6S.
KW6S, 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 AA6S. Go ahead, Tom. Hold over.
Very good. Yeah, I didn't have a chance to hit the rotator, but doing pretty well here, and good to hear you on just a beautiful evening here in Santa Cruz. Might be a little warm down here. AA6S, KW6S.
Yeah, Roger, Tom. KW6S, AA6S. Yeah, you're coming in here okay. No problemo. Let me see if Mike is heading there, AHA. WA6AHA, you hand your antenna over that direction, Mike. Go ahead, over.
Yeah, I just got it there. KW6S, WA6AAJ, over.
WA6AAJ, KW6S. Boy, I found you in quite a different heading, but you're real strong, and I was picking you up a little bit where I was. But you're doing really, really well here tonight. WA6AAJ, KW6S.
You as well, Tom. You got S9 here on the meter with the preamps on, but I'd take it. Anyway, it's a good signal tonight. KW6S, WA6AAJ.
Yeah, we need to keep getting 1296 populated here one of these times. Have to start spreading the word a bit. I haven't had much luck locally here, but I always keep trying. WA6AJ, KW6S, and back to you, Mike.
Yeah, roger that. It's hard, you know. It's big. It's a different animal. I got on this about 5 years ago, and a lot of work and a lot of effort and expense, but so it does take some doing, and everything's different compared to the HF as far as equipment. So anyway, I'm glad I did it. KW6S, WA6AAJ, I'll turn you back over to Bill, AA6S. Thanks, Tom.
Yeah, that was, I think, the first band I got on when I got my license was 6 meters, and then some 2 meters, and then some 1296 in about 72. And for some reason, 1296 has always just intrigued me. WA6AAJ, KW6S, now over to AA6S.
Yeah, very fine, Tom. KW6S, WA6AHA, AA6S. Yeah, well, we were on at the same time there, Tom. So we must have worked on 6 meters in the 70s, because I was on then when I got out of the Navy and everything. So anyway, you have to tell me what your old call was. Mine was WA6NRV, Norway Radio Victor. But I'm sure I talked to you there, and because we were on 432 and 1296, not then. So we're on 432, 2 meters and 6 meters, and mostly with homemade junk. KW6S, AA6S, over.
Yeah, KW6S. Yeah, my old call was WB6Q, Queen Henry Foxtrot.
WB6 Queen Henry Foxtrot. I'll have to look up in my logs. I used to keep logs back then, but I don't anymore. Got too much work there. Anyway, yeah, it's coming in here good. Glad you and I and Mike Hogan. I can hear Mike okay in this direction too. I moved the antenna a little bit more towards the south, and I think it's better. So who knows? Turn it back to you there and let the net keep going there. KW6S, AA6S. Go ahead, Tom. Over.
Very good. AA6S, KW6S. Yeah, I knew about you being on the air. I don't know if you ever worked. So that's a possibility too. I wasn't very active, and I was always building probably junkier junk than you remember ever building, and not having a lot of success. Although I did eventually get to get back to K6MYC.
Okay. KW6S in the group, K6MYC. Fine, good contacts for all. Rob is here, but he's down in the kitchen having dinner, so I don't think he can make it with you tonight anyway, Tom. All right, anybody else for Tom before we go into the Bay Area? K6MYC Bozo Net, looking at Santa Cruz. All quiet on the Western Front. We'll see you tomorrow on 2 meters, Tom. 7-3. Oh, you said you might not make it. Is that right? You might not make it tomorrow?
I'm pretty sure I'll be on tomorrow night. Thursday night and Sunday night I probably will not be because I'll have a house full of daughters.
Oh, the daughter thing. Okay. Sounds good. We'll do without you if we have to. 73s for now. Have a good one. And it was about 100 today here. 103 maybe. Very warm. I'm sitting here with a little air conditioning air going on me, so I'm comfortable. But Judy elected to stay in the house tonight. Hi. 100 degrees out here in the shack didn't get her excited. Hi. 7-3. KW6 Sugar, K6MYC going into the Bay Area. Okay, let's see. KD6SOK or WB6JNN. Anybody copy up there in the Bay Area? Bozo Net, K6MYC 1296.
Mike, KD6JNN, SOK. Hear you, Mike. KD6SOK. Back to you, Mike. K6MYC, K6MYC, KD6SOK.
We hear you. I was just waiting for Jim to finish. He's a little louder than you are with the CW there, Fred, but good copy. Good evening to you. And it was nice to reminisce a little bit about Cupertino and Bollinger Road and Highway 9 and the high school and the Colley Brothers granary and all that stuff yesterday. KD6SOK, K6MYC.
Yeah, sure was. I remember the gentleman who lived. Was that, I forget who it was, that lived at the corner of Rainbow Drive and Stelling. There was a moon bounce going on back in the late 60s. Not Holloway. I can't think of the name now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was Ken, K6 Hotel Charlie Papa. Ken Holiday, K6HCP. Over.
Yeah, he always had his garage door open at night, and you could see the racks with equipment there. The whole garage was full of moon bounce equipment, and I can remember that when I was in elementary school. We'd go by that house sometimes, and the garage door was open, and you had all these antennas in the backyard and the satellite dishes. It was pretty novel back in those days. You didn't see anything like that anywhere else.
Yeah, that was a wooden dish, a 16-foot wooden dish. I think it had 4 sections. It was homemade by the guy that started Amperex. And what Ken and I got the thing, it didn't have any surface in it. I can't remember what happened, but anyway, we put tinfoil on the surface of the dish and epoxied it down, and it worked very well. We were very pleased, and the performance was very good. So that was the big dish in the backyard. Very heavy because it was all wood, but we made an Azell mount and had it on a little short tower section, and made a coffee can feed for it with cross polarization and all that stuff. Ken was very active on the VHF. He had a whole rooftop full of antennas. He wasn't much of a roof guy. I did most of the roof stuff. Over.
Yeah, QSL. What I saw, I think it was in 1967. Was that about the time when you had all that stuff up? 1967?
59, 60, somewhere, 60, 61. No, I think it was later than that. It was in the 64, 65 area, 63, 64, 65, over.
Okay, yeah, that's probably correct, because I lived up in that neighborhood up in off of Bug Road. Go. I don't know if anybody else can hear Mike. Hey, anyway, Mike, we'll pop up 432 later on this week. 73 like 86, that's okay.
Well, you're okay. You just dropped off very quickly, and I was tuning the antenna back and forth, and when you dropped off, I didn't know whether you dropped off or I tuned off of you. But right now you're strong, but you've got a very, very fast motorboat flutter on you. 7-3, Fred. Thanks for popping in as always, and have a good rest of the week. Maybe we'll see you on 2 meters tomorrow. Maybe not. Look for you on 432, of course, on Thursday. KD6SOK, K6MYC clear, and standing by for WB6JNN.
WB6JNN, Willie Baker 6 Japan, Norway, in San Jose, and I may be at a lower power here from what you're used to, Mike, because I'm on the 705, the 991 is not cooperating, and I only have 10 watts of drive instead of 20, so it may not be full output. WB6JNN.
Oh boy, Jim, you went down into noise and I lost you. I don't know what happened there. You just faded. At the end, I couldn't copy what you were saying. I missed the bulk of that. I'm trying to get a peek on you, but it's not stable tonight. Try it again. Let me see if I can take a short one, and let me just get a little peek on you here.
Okay, Mike, T6MYC, WB6JNN. And just above the noise here, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, that's about the best I can get. I can't do any more than that. So, anyway, it's kind of marginal. It's not as good as your normal 1296 signal. So, but it's better than some nights when we can't hear you at all, Jim. WB6JNN, and we have W6PQL and Q, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike, very good, WB6JNN. I'm 3 dB down because I'm on the 705. It only has 10 watts, not 20 watts. And it's set up for 20 watts, but the 991 is not functional at the moment. WB6JNN.
Okay, so is your output power here a little bit below normal?
Probably 2 or 3 dB.
Yeah, well, that all makes a little difference, yeah. That could make a little difference. The audio sounds good, but, between the multipath distortion and the QSB, it's about Q4.5, so at times you're quite good, but there is some QSB on the bend. So I know you're going to limp along on the 705, and it's fine. I think we'll be fine under most conditions, Jim. 7-3, thanks for making the shift there to the other radio. WB6JNN, K6MYC, and then we'll shoot it over to PQL. Go ahead, Jim.
Okay, great. Well, good to hear you in there. I heard you okay on 6 meters last night, but I couldn't, I guess you had too much noise to be able to hear me. I was running full juice. And, you know, there were a lot of guys in the Bay Area, but still I couldn't even get you on CW, so that's why I started with CW tonight. But here I think it's a little bit better on 1296 than it was on 6 meters last night, absent the noise, of course. I didn't have any on my end, so I was able to hear you okay. But I could hear what you were listening to on the live stream, and it was not pretty. K6MYC, W6PQL.
Well, I worked WB6WNI pretty well on 6. I should have been able to hear you. He's a little bit more south of you with the beam heading, but not enough to make that much difference. So I don't know how we missed you. 6 meters, it shouldn't have made any difference. So I heard WB6WNI, and I never heard Mike, KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. I haven't heard Mike for a couple of nights now. You might check and see if he's in here on 1296. W6PQL 1296 K6MYC.
Okay, well, he usually breaks in, you know, he listens to the live stream, and he usually breaks in when he is here. Haven't heard him yet. Mike, B6WFC, W6PQL, are you on frequency tonight? Not right now, Mikey, but maybe later.
Okay, well, let's see. We could try for KT2G. I haven't heard Mark for a week or two now. KT2G, KB6BA. Who else do we have in here? K6KLY, KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. Anybody copy? K6MYC 1296 Bozo Net toward the Bay Area.
KB6BA.
Yeah, there you are. Hi, Oliver. Good signal. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. Yeah, just working at home in the shack this evening. I'll do some more hikes later this week. Still getting ready for my microwave outing. So not too much to report, and I have a request for Jim PQL off frequency and when he's free. Maybe when he gets back from working Steve Miller. K6MYC, KB6PS.
Yeah, okay. Did you want to try and work him now?
Well, it's just about time for his sked with Steve QIW, so I'll wait till he comes back.
No, Steve's out of town for a month, so he's free, I think. Jim, can you hear Oliver?
You're doubling. What'd you say, Mike?
Yeah, if I'm doubling with Jim, you're hearing him. I said, you guys want to go up frequency or something? Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Okay with you, Jim?
Yeah, just up to 110. I'll be there.
Okay, thanks. That's about all I have, Mike, KB6BA.
Okay, thanks, Oliver. Great to hear you. See you tomorrow, maybe. KB6BA, K6MYC. Anybody else in the Bay Area, please? Over.
Kilo 6, Whiskey India Sugar.
I hear you on the backscatter path, Paul, K6WIS 637. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. K6NYC in the group. This is Kilo 6, Whiskey India Sugar, Placerville, number 637. I've got you on the bounce pass, aiming a little bit further south than normal to peak you, but you're a 5x3. How copy me? Over.
Yeah, you're very Q5, very stable, no flutter, no fading, so it's typical signal, just not real strong. But I don't think the propagation is great tonight. It's better than it has been, though. I think this is better than what we've had for the last couple of 3 weeks here. So who could complain? Do you have any other check-ins beside yourself tonight, Paul? Over.
Negative, no other check-ins, just myself. Just checking in, and I'm glad propagation is with us tonight. I cannot hear any other stations in the Bay Area, just you right now. I'm heading south to Mount Alanon and Prieta area. Over.
Okay, yeah, dropping down in a little fade there, but we got you. Okay, well, I'll look for you on the direct path. I think the next station is N6RO, and then after I work him, I go up and get KR6MR and KJ6KFB. So when we get up that way, we'll probably hear you on the direct path, Paul. 7-3 for now, and look for you on the direct path in about 10 minutes or less. 7-3, K6WIS, Placerville, backscatter, K6MYC.
Okay, 7-3, this is K6.
Okay, anybody else in the Bay Area, please? K6MYC, Bozo Net. KB6BA? No, KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. Are you here, Mike? How about KT2G? Are you here, Mark?
711.
There's 711 on the local side of things. Good evening, John. Good signal.
Good evening. TS790. Had to get that out of the garage and fix it so I could get on. But happy to be here. So low power tonight.
Yeah, you're a little off frequency. So you sounded a little bit high. I couldn't copy. Could you turn it down a little bit in frequency?
Yeah, I could. Hold on.
Just come down 50 cycles and then I'll be readable. You said something, but I couldn't get what you were saying.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to do the passband here. I'll check it out. TS790. Had to get it out of mothballs to get on tonight.
Okay, you went the wrong direction. Now you got to come back at least 100 cycles. Come back the other direction 100 cycles. You must hear me really terribly low-pitched.
All right, here we go. KSMI.
I'm not hearing you. Not 100 kilohertz, just 100 cycles, John. Over.
Okay, K6MYC, K6MI.
Yeah, still a little high. Go another 25 hertz, and then we'll have it. And tell me again about the TS790.
All right, yeah, I got it out of the garage, out of mothballs, because the field day equipment isn't back yet. So TS790 back in service, low power.
Yeah, okay. Well, how come it's not transmitting on the right frequency?
Well, audio quality isn't so good. I just did the best I could.
Oh, okay. Maybe you just didn't bother to tune me in well. Yeah. Aaron, are you here? Can you tell me if he's still a little high? What do you hear, Aaron?
Yeah, I'm hearing the same thing, but he's dealing with an old radio apparently. So we're both on frequency, K6USY.
Not good copy tonight. That's strange. But we are off the back of the beam. Okay, I'll listen out. K6MI.
Oh, you're back to high pitched again. You're back where you started. You went the wrong way.
Okay. It is. It's where you sound best.
Well, you're getting close. You're within 10 or 15 hertz where you are here, but still not quite right. But that's okay. It must be the radio. It must not be netted up for some reason. Transmit receiver not on the same frequency, or the audio passband is screwed up, so you're not hearing anything but highs or lows or something. Anyway, thanks for checking in, John. But you'll have to work with Aaron for a few minutes, maybe figure out what's going on with that thing, why there's a shift. Over.
Alrighty. I'll put it on the to-do list. K6LI.
Oh, the to-do list. Okay. Is that like the... what is it? What's the other thing? Nickels and oh, for crying out loud, I forgot the other terminology. Anyway, I'm sure you'll get to it, John. You have nothing else to do. What the hell's the matter with you? 73 K6MI, K6MYC. Looking Bay Area, last call before I go to Oakley, over. Nothing heard. Let me go up there toward Oakley here. Here we go. And that should be pretty close to N6RO, N6 Radio, Oakley, K6MYC.
K6MYC, N6RO, Bozo 835 in Charlotte Mach 97. High temperature 82. Very tolerable, but I didn't decide to do any work. Had a lot of stuff going on with the stuff. Dinner was lamb chops and Brussels sprouts. Oh, coffee.
I missed what dinner was. You're pretty weak. I don't know whether it's me or you. I'm trying to go back and forth, but I can't get a peek on you.
Yeah, I'm pointed at you. The dinner was lamb chops and broccoli. I'm sorry, Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, I think I'm pointed at 317 right now. I think it's 3... maybe it's 312. I can't read it exactly. Let me come back a little bit. Now I got 308. That should be awfully close right there, Ken. Case N6RO, K6MYC, over.
Yeah, that's where it's like. More conversational tomorrow night on 2 meters, okay? Over.
Okay, well, I moved back where I was, so brought you back up. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be coming on a normal path tonight, Ken. No worries, we got you. And I haven't yet had a chance to. It's been one thing or another. Tomorrow maybe we'll have a better day. Judy and I are here alone tomorrow without her daughter, and all the interruptions and other things that go on. So maybe we can sit down at the computer for a few minutes and a note back there. In any case, I'm sure that you were going to tell me what response you got to your letter. Did you get a response? Did you lose me, Ken?
I'm sorry, Mike. I didn't get any of that. Let's continue down to.
Let me go this way. Is that helping? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me a little longer chatter, and I'll peek on you again.
Yeah, you're much better now. N6RO in Oakley, California, 94561. And dinner again was lamb chops and Brussels sprouts. Over.
Yeah, got a copy of that time. No, I asked you if you got a response from the CQWW-VHF group, over.
No, not yet. I still have to find out how to contact the honcho there. He seems to hide behind some kind of curtain. Won't publish his email. But I'll get to him and report back, okay?
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe it's pointless for me to try and get in there until we know who and how to send it to. I was just going to get on the website and see if it led us somewhere, but if you can't find it, I don't know how I would.
Yeah, well, I have some friends in the right places who can make contacts for me.
Well, we definitely got to get to them because they're certainly tailored for the East Coast, and they've got to get real here. Here we've got a very sophisticated net and a program with the Bozo Net and the live streaming and the archived and the 1,200 members and 6 nets a week and 5 nights. I think we should get some respect and some help from, or allow us to give them some help if they'll communicate with us. Over.
Yeah, I agree. And it's not just the potential of Bozo Net. I mean, we've got the Southern California Contest Club, Northern California Contest Club, the Portland Club, and Washington. All of these people would be more interested if they'd just make it a little more fair for us Westerners. Over.
Yeah, it just looks like it's all, they must not think we're active on these frequencies, but I don't know how everybody else I talk to on the air as almost exclusively every time I mentioned it on the HF bands, the guy said, oh yeah, I heard about that Bozo Net, I looked at it, it's very interesting or something to that effect. So a lot of people know about it in the other parts of the country. I don't understand why these guys are so numb. Anyway, thanks, Ken. We'll see you tomorrow night. 2 meters will be more stable. Well, you're okay now. It's just not your normal signal. It just doesn't sound like 600 watts tonight. But I don't have anybody else in here to give you a comparative report. I don't hear Bill down there in Visalia that normally hears you very well. He has not popped in.
We'll continue the discussion, and I'll let you know what I can find out. And 6RO going back to the TV.
Roger, 73, Ken. And the 6RO, K6MYC, continuing on to western Sacramento. And let's see, this should be KJ6 KFB territory. KJ6 KFB, KJ6 KFB, K6MYC, calling and listening. I think I'm hearing something in there. KJ6 KFB, KJ6 KFB, KJ6 Kilo Foxtrot Bravo, Bozo 756, K6MYC, Kilo 6 Mike Yankee Charlie calling and standing by. Are you there, Darren? Over. Let me get up here then. KR6MR, KR6MR, Kilo Romeo 6 Mexico Romeo, K6MYC calling and listening. Go ahead, John. Boy, I'm not hearing anybody out there. KR6MR, KR6MR, Meadow Vista. KR6MR, K6MYC, calling and listening. I heard a whisper of a signal. It sounded like KR6MR. Let's try again. I'm moving the antenna, but I can't find enough of a signal to peak on. KR6MR, 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 K6MYC Bozo Net 1296. Calling and standing by. Over. Maybe I went a little too far to the north. Let's try it back this way. KR6MR, KR6MR, KR6MR. I hear you in there, John. I know we're in here. But I just don't have enough of a signal to get a handle on it. KR6MR, K6MYC, calling and listening. Over. Okay, I heard 759, so we've got you, John. We've got your 759, but boy, it's ratty tonight. It's really weak. I have your 759. I heard they say it 3 times, so we copy that part of it, Q5, but it certainly is not conversational. Hi. Anyway, thanks for calling in. I have not heard Darren. I didn't hear a trace of Darren, so it may be just as bad in his direction, and he's got a little bit less power than you do. Back to you, John. Let's see if you're hearing me better. Maybe you got a peek on me now. KR6MR, Meadow Vista, K6MYC, standing by. Over. Okay, I'll say 73s to you also, John. I heard you say I'll say 73, so it's just marginal. But I'm getting bits and pieces. I heard you say I'll say 73, so thank you, John. Thank you for being there. Sorry it's not better, but maybe it'll correct itself next week. Hi. KR6MR, K6MYC, 7373. Okay, I'm going to Nevada. Let's see, is there Nevada? What time have we got here, guys? Can somebody give me a time click?
8:19.
Oh, well, we probably passed the peak there, but let's see what I get out of Nevada. About KE7UQL, Kilo Echo 7 Uniform, Quebec, London, K6MYC. How about it, Daniel? UQL, Kilo Echo 7 Uniform, Quebec, London. I wonder if he's sick or something. He wasn't in there last night either on 222, which is rare. KE7UQL, Kilo Echo 7 Uniform, Quebec, London. KE7UQL near Carson City. Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, K6MYC Bozo Net. Calling and listening. Daniel, over. Sorry, I missed that 8:05 or 8:08 peak here. I wasn't watching the clock here. I wish Ken's station was working better down there. Sometimes he can hear what I can't with the fading and stuff. KE7UQL, Kilo Echo 7 Uniform, Quebec, London. KE7UQL, K6MYC calling. Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, Central California, calling and standing by on the Bozo 1296 net. Over. Anybody else up there? N7 Victor Alpha Zulu, are you hearing anything? Eric, K6MYC standing by for VAZ.
Whiskey 6, Papa Echo.
I hear you, so at least the receiver's working, Mike. Good evening. W6PE, go ahead and take one. Let's just chat here for a minute and see if anything happens on the path to Nevada. It may be that Daniel's either on a trip or he's sick or something. He's usually very regular. W6PE and the group K6MYC. Rob, are you back in here? Rob, are you here?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I gave you the time. I'm here. KM6SR.
Hear me though, but it gave me a chance to really rotate that 1296 loop Yagi around, and boy, it's got a pretty narrow beam width, but
did you copy, Mike?
It acts a little when I'm bouncing off the side of the mountains. Like right now, I'm actually heading due north, so there's some mountains out that way that my signal's bouncing off to get to you. So at least it seems to be making the path.
Yeah, fine. It's a funny thing you can't get to me directly. We'd have to look at a terrain map sometime and find out what's blocking you from there on the direct path, because I'm at 1,200 feet and you're at 3,200 or something, so you're 2,000 feet above me. You should be looking right down my throat here.
Who is that, and how much power is he running?
Boy, and I know there's definitely
10 watts, W6PE, Oakhurst.
and where I'm at, because I'm kind of down in a little bit of a dip, and there are hills that poke up to the south and west of me, so that kind of limits what I'm able to do. I suppose, you know, if I could get my antenna up 400 or 500 feet, that might make a difference, but I don't see that happening here. Right now it's only up about 25 feet, so it's not too high.
No, I'm not complaining about your signal. I was just trying to figure out why you can't get a direct path. But if you've got blockage of material or dirt or hills that are 500 feet higher than where you are when you point due south, then you definitely have something in the way, no doubt. And it really disturbs 1296, no question. Somebody else called in and they're hearing you. Who was that asked who it was? Over?
Yeah, K6USY. Yeah, I didn't realize it was our local up there in Oakhurst. W6PE, do you copy K6USY down here in Fresno?
Yes, I do, K6UFY. This is W6PE. I've got you about a 5657 here. At all. It's good to be able to communicate to another person here on 1296.
Yeah, you're definitely getting a bounce. My antenna is fixed mounted on the roof, and it's pointed permanently in Mike and Rob in your direction, so you just happen to be right in the middle of my my pattern. So we'll pass it back over to Mike. K6USY.
Okay, you're super loud up this way, Aaron. Always very strong off the back of the antenna, so we got a great path. I don't know if you're just coming in off the back or you're bouncing off of something, but if you're bouncing off of something and Mike up there is not bouncing off the same thing, because he should be a hell of a lot stronger than you are.
Yeah, he's S0 down here.
Yeah, he's pretty weak. That's what's baffling me. Maybe just raising the antenna on your side, I don't know how hard that is to do, but sometimes a matter of 5 or 10 feet can make a huge difference with respect to knife edging and reflections on this band. Mike, over?
Yeah, I'm pretty much at the limit. I'm just using a TV push-up mask on that, so I'm pretty well at my limit on height there. I do have a 48-foot tower that's laying down on the ground, but I don't know when I'm going to get that put up, because it's a self-standing tower, so I'll have to dig a big hole and put about 5 yards of concrete and steel in the ground to support that. So that'll be a project way down the road.
Well, Frank, W6BBS, who works for me, has a tractor and can dig the hole. He can do all the groundwork for you and a lot of other stuff, too. He's very practical, and he has 1296 capability himself, so he's a very experienced TAM. So if you get to a point where you're anxious to do a hole, or you want to even have somebody come up and reconnoiter it, look it over. He was just in Oakhurst earlier today picking up some equipment for me, some parts that we need for our well here. So it's not a big drive for him, and I don't know how many miles are you east of Oakhurst, over?
Oh, I'm north of Oakhurst. I'm off of the Bass Lake Road, which is off of 41. So I don't know, maybe I'm 10 miles or so out of Oakhurst.
Oh, are you north of Oakhurst or east?
Yeah, I'm off of Bass Lake Road, probably about halfway between Highway 41 and Bass Lake.
Okay. Well, that's a terrible drive anyway. So he lives in Corscold, so it's not terrible. But he could come up and give you a quote, if nothing else, when you're ready, Mike, over.
Awesome. That sounds great. And who was and again, let me write this down, because if I don't write it down, it'll be forgotten in about 32 seconds.
Yeah, I think I can get Rob to give you his number, or he can give it to me. I can't remember Frank's number. I have it on my phone, and since I'm blind, I just say, Siri, call Frank Reynolds. His name is Frank Reynolds, W6 Bravo Sierra, W6 BBS. And he's got well experience, he's got solar experience, and he's very, very good on the tractor. He has a John Deere with a bucket and a scraper and all that, and a hole digger. So he can do a lot of things for you there. And he's pretty reasonable. Over.
Awesome. Well, that would be pretty great. Yeah. Yeah, because I did not definitely want to dig the hole for that thing by hand, and then probably just bring in a cement truck. They may have to use a pumper to get the concrete from the truck to the hole, but that's no big deal.
Okay, Rob, give me Frank's number, 3 numbers at a time. It's 559 and what?
676.
Okay, the next number is 676.
6475.
6475. 64 and then 75, Mike, over.
Roger got the 559-676-6475.
Yeah, again, W6 BBS, Frank, just give him a call. That's his cell. If he doesn't answer, he may get back to you, but sometimes he's in a bad area in his area there. Sometimes he has coverage, sometimes he doesn't, but he usually gets to the messages.
Awesome. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Yeah, I'm in an area where cell coverage is pretty bad. I use my phone in Wi-Fi mode most of the time here, so I'm well aware that cell service up in the mountains here is not that great.
All right. Anyway, you got that information. Let's see. Let's take another standby and see if anybody is up north in the Reno, Carson City area, or anywhere else up there, Gardnerville. KE7 UQL. Daniel, are you here tonight? Over. I don't think Daniel's there. He normally would have popped in by now, and I've been hearing him very regularly here. Weak, but regular. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu, N7 VAZ. How about you? Are you here, Eric? Yeah, I'm not hearing anything from Eric either. By the way, for those who care or know, Richard, KD6BQ, who normally operates Bozo number 249 out of Washoe Valley, DMO9, Nevada, is over with his father in Cedar City, Utah. His father's getting some work done on the house, and Richard is over there helping him, overseeing and working with the contractors. So I worked Richard this morning on 40 meters. If you were home, you could have joined us there, Aaron. I know you checked in from time to time. I was late this morning. I woke up and we didn't have any water pressure, so it took me about 40 minutes to get back on the frequency, and I was a little after 9 o'clock before I got there. Anyway, 73 to you, Mike, and I guess we don't have anybody else in the Nevada area, so I guess we're done for the night here. I don't think there's anybody else to go for here.
All right, sounds good, Mike. Good to talk with you again, and hopefully we'll see you on 432 tomorrow. I think it's 432, or maybe it's 6 meters. I forget. No, I think 6 meters was yesterday. I listened, but it went on too late. So at 9 o'clock, I shut everything down. So we'll catch you tomorrow. 73.
Yeah. Okay. 2 meters tomorrow. Thursday is 432.
All right. Roger. You got the 2 meters.
Okay. Anything from you, Rob?
Nope. I can't find Mike anywhere in there. So
I must have the bull pines, digger pines in the way here. Anyway, I had 19 tonight.
Yeah, pretty good list, not a bad number. So I'll give the list to Judy. I can't count, but it seems like that could be that many. And thank you, Aaron, for helping out with the net and the stream. We're going to try and get the information back to the CQ contest group, CQ Worldwide Contest guys, and get them to give us more information about their upcoming contest activities on the VHF and UHF frequencies. They don't seem to be aware of the fact that there's even any VHF activity on the West Coast. They're totally numb back there, which is a little disturbing. I think we're way ahead of them in terms of technology and numbers. They may have a few more check-ins, but I don't think they're running anything close to the equivalent of a Bozo Net with 1,200 members and more. So we got 1,210 members all the way from the Oregon border to the Mexican border. So I think we're covering it, and we're doing our job over here, but we're not getting any credit for it. I don't care myself. I'm just frustrated that they don't keep us up to date on what the hell they're doing. They want people to get in their contests. They got to talk to the people that are doing things, and they're active. K6USY for your sly comments, K6MYC.
Well, I do have a couple of them. Yeah, I would have been on 40 meters this morning, but I was in the chair over at the dentist getting a couple of teeth worked on, so that's why I didn't feel like going to work today. I just the whole day off. I am working from home tomorrow because I didn't work from home today, so maybe I'll tune into 40 meters in the morning, and we'll see what world's problems you guys are fixing down there. And Rob, I think you need a reflector on top of Deadwood to work down into Oakhurst, so you guys should get working on that. I think you got Deadwood in between you and Oakhurst up there, but if you get a nice shine, nice reflective piece of material up there, you could bounce right in there. K6USY, go ahead, Rob.
Okay, well, that's good to know, I guess, but we'll see how that goes. Mike, did Paul have any check-ins? Because I couldn't hear his transmission.
No, he didn't, and I didn't hear him on the direct path either.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. And we'll say goodnight to everyone. Night, Aaron, K6USY, and Mike, K6MYC, KM6SR, going QRT.
Yeah, the only one we missed that we shouldn't have was KJ6KFB756. I thought we'd have him, even though the conditions were poor, but I could not find a trace of him, and he did not check in last night either. So I don't know whether he's busy with the XYL or what right now, but he's been a little bit he's just been missing a few more nights than normally. Normally he's there at least for a quick check-in on every band. Anyway, I had no point in going back for him because I was in that direction for a long enough time for him to make some noise and for me to hear something. And in 6RO, we usually can hear him also a little bit. Anyway, 7-3 all, and I'll go in and get my hamburger or whatever Matt's fixed up for dinner, and we'll clear out here today. Had a pretty good day today. I didn't get a lot of work done, but we did get a few things cleared away. 7-3 all. Maybe we'll see you in the morning on 40 there, Aaron. One of these days, Rob's got to get his antenna up for 40 meters, and he can listen in too. It's maybe he's anxious to get the ball rolling after 8:30, so he may not want to stick around and listen. It's for old guys that are not doing much anymore. We got a pretty good group, and everybody's doing some things. Phil's in there, WV6GGY, and Bill, KO6KD, when we have propagation. And then we have Mark up in Helena, Montana, that's been doing a lot of stuff. He bought a tower, and he's been fabricating the base for a LM470 and all that kind of stuff, so he's been very busy. And when he bought the tower, he got a trap dipole for 80 and 40, and he put that up, and it's working well. So we got quite a bit of activity, and then K7VO was in there up in, he's not mobile, but he's portable at a friend's location just south of the Canadian border. But he was very weak today, wasn't hearing well at all. 7-3. Guys, KM6SR, K6USY, and anybody else, K6MYC, Central California, Bozo Net, 1296, and Delta Mike 07, closing the net for the night.
Good night, Mike.
Good night, Mike.
Good night, guys.
I woke up the people on YouTube loose. Good night, everybody. K6USY.